Imagine it's October 1st, 2013. You've had 2 weeks to soak in the story mode for GTA 5, and now you're ready for GTA Online. Well, tonight is that night. You get home from school or work that Tuesday afternoon and boot up that PS3. Your TV flickers as it lights up the room. You start up GTA 5 and go to connect to online for the first time, unsure of what's about to come next, but you're hyped. Then, failed to connect to Rockstar Game Services.
What?
You try to connect again and again. You're messaging your friends, asking if they're having the same issues. They all say yes. The truth is, millions of players had overcrowded the servers, causing them to crash. It would take days, maybe even a week before some players could connect and start their journey in GTA Online. But even with that hiccup, over a decade later, GTA Online has become a cornerstone of gaming culture and a digital time capsule for millions of players. A time capsule that encapsulates the early 2010s, a period of unprecedented gaming freedom, chaotic friendships, and endless possibilities. Now, we all know that GTA Online has evolved a lot over a decade, yet for many players, its early days are considered the golden age of GTA Online. Ranging from late-night high sessions to aimless joyrides to Los Santos, the game's ambitious multiplayer experience fostered memories that linger like a favorite song from Radio Mirror Park. And with that being said, I just want to take a look back on those memories and take a trip down memory lane. So please, join me. In order to understand the impact of this game, we have to understand the landscape and the time period it released in. The 2010s were a unique era in gaming, with the PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360 still king. But there was a next-gen revolution on the horizon, which meant online multiplayer would no longer be a novelty, as it was becoming a cultural phenomenon. During the time where Call of Duty was still the best competitive game on the market and linear story games were becoming bigger than ever with games like The Last of Us, GTA Online offered something different. It was a living, breathing GTA open world where players could write their own stories, together or apart. At the same time, social media was beginning to explode. YouTube was oversaturated with Let's Play videos, and Twitch was about to become the biggest platform for live streaming and beyond. GTA Online arrived at a time when players weren't just consuming games, they were sharing them. I think one of the most beloved content creators back in the early 2010s was probably Vanoss Gaming. The videos he made with his friends on GTA Online was different. It actually inspired a lot of people, including myself, to make the same type of content, so I did. Oh, I was definitely trying to lock in.
I'm going. Okay, I gotta change this radio station.
Oh, Jesus!
All of this to say that I feel like GTA Online arrived at a time where the internet was more connected rather than conflicting. It was a virtual world for me and my friends to escape school and my crappy job at the time. I'm sure most of you can relate. It also came at a time where it felt like games weren't a greedy scam. Before microtransactions and battle passes became the norm. The game's initial simplicity, before the updates that added things like the oppressor and the orbital cannon, evoked a sense of innocence. I remember a time when the grind felt meaningful and getting a new car or apartment was the best feeling in the world. But if we really want to talk about nostalgia, GTA Online's open-ended nature is a key driver of that. It let players define their own fun. Want to pull off a heist with friends? You could, at least in 2015. Prefer to race supercars or cause chaos in a tank? Sure, why not? The game accommodated everybody, which made each session feel unique and unpredictably fun. Bro, it took me like 10 takes to say unpredictably. The early days of GTA Online were just built different. It was raw, unpolished, and full of mystery. People were doing money glitches, duplicating cars, just to rack up enough money for whatever update Rockstar would eventually release. We had no idea back then. The community really made GTA Online ooze with character. Most players remember the grind for the Adder and the Zentorno, but my goal was to get the apartment in Eclipse Towers. And for some reason back then I thought you would be able to help your friends pay for things like an apartment, so I remember trying to split the costs with my friend, which sadly didn't work. So we all remember we had to earn the cash the hard way, grinding missions like Rooftop Rumble. It was tedious and sometimes downright a pain in the ass, but you would do anything to run it one more time with the boys, just like the old days. After all, you and your friends weren't just playing a game, you were hustling and building your criminal careers together. It was all a part of the charm. I mean, the game was just a virtual clubhouse, a place where friends and sometimes strangers came together to create unforgettable moments. One of the things I do remember is how messy the voice chat was back on PS3. It was so raw and unfiltered, just filled with laughter, kids screaming, and the occasional slur. And then Rockstar introduced the crew feature where you could invite players to make kind of like this guild faction situation. It was complete with custom emblems and hierarchies. So whether you were part of a serious heist crew or a group of friends messing around a free roam, GTA Online was a social experience unlike any other. It included everyone. For many players, myself included, the game evokes memories of specific people or periods in life. Maybe it was late night sessions with the high school friends before everyone scattered to college. Or maybe it was friends forged within GTA Online itself that would continue to grow until adulthood. The game's open world really amplified these connections. It turned mundane activities like driving across the map into adventures. A simple trip to the strip club could turn into a full firefight with enemy players, assuming you enjoyed playing on public servers all that often. As players grow older, real-world responsibilities like jobs, families, moving, it all makes it harder to recreate those carefree nights. The friends you once played with might no longer game, or life has pulled you in different directions. Logging into GTA Online today can feel like visiting a place from childhood. The map is familiar, but the vibe is different without the people who made it special. Now we all know GTA Online has transformed a lot over the years. What began as a simple multiplayer mode has grown into a sprawling ecosystem with businesses, properties, and high-tech gadgets. Updates like Heist, Finance and Felony, and Cairo Perico added depth and variety, keeping the game relevant for over a decade. Yet, I think this evolution really fueled nostalgia for the old GTA Online amongst players. I mean, that's what inspired this video, to be honest with you, just the change in the game that I love. I think today the game is a capitalist fever dream with billion-dollar businesses and futuristic weapons that break the immersion of the GTA universe. I think we all remember a time where creativity trumped firepower. We had to jump the fence into Fort Zancudo to steal a laser if we wanted to cause some real havoc. But those days are long gone. As they began adding all the high-tech military vehicles and multiple properties, the grind became more intense, and some players felt pressure to spend real money to keep up. The commercialization clashed with memories of time when earning cash felt like a shared adventure and not a transaction. But that's enough negativity. Let's talk about something that really drags out those good memories from your subconscious. Music is a powerful trigger for nostalgia, and GTA Online's radio stations are a time machine into the early 2010s. I vividly remember hearing Kendrick Lamar for the first time with ADHD, which made me a fan for life. Cruising through the streets, listening to Radio Mirror Park, those tracks instantly teleport players back to that era. The curated playlist, a hallmark of the GTA series at that, weren't just background noise. They were the soundtrack to countless memories. Even today, hearing a song from the game's original stations can be a flood of emotions. Late nights, close calls, and triumphant heist completions. Rockstar would add new stations over time, but I feel like that further contrasted how the songs sounded back then compared to today. For many, the nostalgia of GTA Online is inseparable from its music, which captures the cultural zeitgeist of 2013 and the personal moments players associate with those songs. All in all, the feeling I get when I go back to this game is bittersweet. It's like a longing for a past that can't be fully reclaimed. Logging into the game now, in 2025, it feels different. The servers are still active, but the player base has changed drastically. Some lobbies are dominated by high-level players with futuristic gear, making it hard for newcomers or returning players to recapture the old magic. The grind feels more daunting, and the game's complexity can be overwhelming for those who remember its simpler days. Yet, the cherished memories persist because GTA Online is more than a game. It's a repository of personal history. Every corner of Los Santos holds a memory. The alley where you escaped a 5-star wanted level, the rooftop where you and your friends watched the sunrise after an all-nighter, the garage where you customized your first car. These moments are etched into the game's DNA, even as it evolves. And with GTA 6 on the horizon, it really adds another layer to this nostalgia that I feel. As players and myself anticipate returning to Vice City next year, I feel like GTA Online's era is starting to wind down. The game will likely remain active, but the cultural spotlight will shift. This will for sure make the memories of GTA Online even more precious, a reminder of a time when the game was the center of mine and your gaming universe. So, I guess GTA Online is kind of a paradox. It's a game that's still alive, yet steeped in nostalgia. Its open-world chaos, social connections, and cultural context created a perfect storm for memories that linger long after the console is turned off. Whether it's the thrill of a perfectly executed heist, the absurdity of a glitch-filled session, or the simple joy of cruising with friends, the game captures a moment in time that feels both distant and vivid. For those who played in 2013, GTA Online is a reminder of your youth, freedom, and a gaming landscape that felt boundless. For newer players, it's a testament to the game's staying power, a world that continues to evolve while carrying the weight of a decade's worth of stories. As we move toward the future with GTA 6, GTA Online remains a digital monument to chaos, connection, and the enduring power of nostalgia. It's not just a game, it's a time machine, and every login is a chance to revisit the past. If you made it this far, I really want to thank you for watching the video. This video is partly inspired by the love that I have for the game. I mean, I've been playing it on and off for the last 12 years, mostly to 2013 through 2017, pretty much right before they started adding all the crazy stuff. But I think it's time for us to move on. I think it's been long enough, and I think we're all ready for a new and refreshed experience in GTA 6. So, until then, leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.